Afternoon. It is Friday the 24th of January. It is 3:30, so I've decided to come out a little bit earlier today. Normally I'll just kind of come out around 5-6 p.m, something like that, and then just stay out all the way through the night. But I've noticed that sometimes it can kind of like thin out a little bit once you get to about 2-3 o'clock. So I thought, well, if I come out a little bit earlier, maybe I might catch a little bit of a run up. It'd be a little bit busier, or it could just basically still be like the dead hours of the day, and it might still be quiet until about 5-6 o'clock, when most of the people then start. They've come home from work, they then decide to start going out for meals, for drinks, moving about. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought I had a few hours free, so instead of sitting in the house, I might as well come out. So yeah, I'll give you an update shortly. So it's just turned 4:30. Been busy-ish, to be honest. A couple of jobs were popping up straight away as soon as I came online. They were just ridiculous. It was like they wanted me to drive 9-10 miles to Preston to do a 2-mile job for like £10, or one was they wanted me to drive like best part of 10 miles over to like Skelmersdale to then do a 2-mile job for like £8. So I just ignored it, the first few that came through. And then I got a £7.60 for 2.2 miles, which was Ormskirk to Ormskirk, but I had to drive a couple of miles obviously to get into Ormskirk because I live out in the sticks. Straight after that I got a £6.33 for 2.9 miles. I then got Ormskirk town centre to the uni, £3.76 for 0.9 of a mile. And then whilst I was at the uni, I then got a job from the uni to basically back to the town centre, to the train station where I am now. So that was £3.82 for 0.9 of a mile again. That was about it. So I'm on £21.51 for the first hour, not too bad. It's saying all around Ormskirk is surging and whatnot, but it's saying it's surging in quite a few areas, to be honest. So yeah, I'll go back online now and I'll give you an update shortly. So the time is 8:30. Now it's been a couple of hours since the last update. So the last one was 4:30. Just after that I was still around Ormskirk, so I wanted to start making my way towards Southport. So I used one of my filter destination things to get me towards Southport. A job came up. I've only just seen it now. She's given me a £5 tip as well. So with the £5 tip, it was £15.87 for 2.1 miles. But I've probably done about 5 or 6 miles to get me towards Southport. So in the end, with the tip, it probably worked out at just over £2 a mile. So then I've been in Southport since. After that, I done a little £3.72 for 1.2 miles. And then I came off the line for an hour. Came back on at 6:20. Done a £3.69 for 0.9 of a mile, and then a £3.81 for 1.8 miles, a £5.32 for 2.5 miles. Customer cancelled. £5.31 for 3.1 miles, a £3.71 for 1.4 miles, a £3.74 for 1.5 miles, including a £2 tip, £5.76 for 1.7 miles, including a £1 tip, £4.76 for 1.9 miles, and then a £3.76 for 1.1 miles. And then I've just dropped some guys off in Birkdale, including a £1 tip. It was £4.74 for 0.7 of a mile. So currently I'm £85.70 and I've done 4 hours, so I'm on £21.42 an hour. Does feel really slow, to be honest. The jobs are taking a while to come through, and then when they do come through, they're all really small jobs, £3-4. But it's just been like ticking over. But as I've just shown, it's over the £20 an hour mark at least, which so it should be, for a Friday. yeah, a couple of little daft jobs have popped up here and there, the usual. Some long distance ones going over towards like Wigan or to Liverpool, but they were in and around £1 a mile. I thought, yeah, okay, I think it was coming up at like, what was it? I think it was like £18 or something to Wigan, you know, but it was like 17 miles. I thought I'd rather just stay here, to be honest. So yeah, I ignored some of them. One thing I did notice before, I was waiting for a job to come through, and I was driving, and the wife phoned me. So I was talking to her for a couple of minutes, and then I looked over and it was coming up on the Uber app, and it was saying lost connection. I've never seen it say lost connection. Sometimes it'll say no signal if you're out in the sticks, but it was saying lost connection. I thought, what's all that about? So I was clicking on go, trying to go back online, and it was saying, oh, there's an issue or something, it might resolve itself in a bit. So I couldn't get it to come back on. I was on the phone to the missus for like 5 minutes, so I said, oh, I'll have to go, I said, because the Uber app, it logged me off or something, I don't know what's going on. The second she put the phone down, it then put me back online, and then I noticed there was like a little like yellow dot at the top when I was on the phone, because it says, I think you get a yellow dot, an orange dot, sorry, at the top on an iPhone. It says that an application is using your microphone, which obviously was the phone call. So then the second I hung up and that orange dot disappeared, the Uber app then automatically logged me back on again. So I don't know if that's like a new thing, where basically if you're on the phone, the Uber app is kicking you off. So you basically like, how dare you make a phone call when you haven't even got a customer in the car. So yeah, I noticed that before. I'll try it again when I make another phone call, you know, to see if it kicks me off. But it was just odd the way that I've done that. I haven't seen that before, but I have noticed that they've been doing a couple like little updates. I can't be bothered doing that. I noticed like on, I think it was like my last video or the one before, they'd done some sort of update and it was messing where it was knocking the radio off. That seems to have like resolved itself now. The radio stays on but just dims down a little bit. And also it's like that X job just popped up and it's like half a mile away. I think it's going 4 miles for like £4.50 or something. So then you ignore it then pops up saying you know, it's then an exclusive job, and it's like they're offering you like an extra 5 pence or something from what they've just offered you. But yeah, other than that, it's I'll see what happens. So I'm going to be carrying on till between 9:30 and 10, and then I'll be stopping to jump on a rapid charger. So yeah, I'll try and give you another update just before I jump on the charger. So it's just turned 1 o'clock and I've just got home. I was supposed to do a bit of an update before. It was kind of on and off. Got a bit bored in the end. So where was we? Last update was 8:30. I was still in Southport. I then done including a £1 tip, a 4.74 for 0.7 of a mile. I then done a 3.75 for 0.8 of a mile. A 3.70 for 1.3 miles. And then I headed over to go on charge. I came off charge at 11:30. It was going really slow. Waited around for about 15 minutes. Finally got a job. It was only a small job, like £4 or £5 or something, on Lord Street, which is like, you know, the main road. Headed down there, sat there for 5 minutes. They didn't even come out the pub, so I cancelled it. Got £3.75. And then I thought, so I'll set off from there and I'll start heading back towards like Ormskirk. It was just really slow. Nothing was coming up. I waited around for about 15-20 minutes. So I set off, got 5 minutes down the road, and then me tyre indicator came on. I thought, bloody hell. So I got my little tyre inflator out, but it's got one of them daft integrated run flat like canisters attached to it, and I haven't used that one before, so I didn't want to use the canister. I just wanted to use the compressor side of it, but basically I wasn't sure how to do it without messing it up. So I had to turn around anyway, go back to Southport, find a tyre inflator, top that up, and then headed back towards Ormskirk. I was in Ormskirk and all the jobs that were coming up were horrendous. Took some screenshots. Come on. Where are we? I was being offered jobs. Oh, sorry, just before I left Southport. Like 13-mile jobs for £12. And then they offered me another job. They wanted me to drive 9 miles over to Formby to do a 1.3 mile job for £10. So I was just like, oh, this is crap. So I'll head back towards like Ormskirk, see if anything's happening there. And then I'm heading back to Ormskirk, and then they're offering me a job in Ormskirk, which was still 5 miles away, to Skelmersdale, which was 8.5 miles. So it was like 13.6 miles, and they were offering me £12. Bearing in mind that's like 20 past midnight. And then again, still on my way in towards Ormskirk, it was saying pickup was 3 miles away, going 4 miles, so 7.1 miles, offering me £6.98. At this point it's 25 past midnight, and I'm thinking, the jobs are just really crap. Like, I kind of expect them prices like during the dead hours on a weekday, not Friday night. Uber then has the audacity to say you're no longer online, and they kick you offline because you're not accepting the shite jobs. So you have to log back on again. Yeah, and then I finally got into Ormskirk. One popped up which wasn't too bad. It was like £9.51 for 5.5 miles, so it was almost £2 a mile. It was classing it as a surge job. I was sat in a surge bubble, but all the jobs that were coming through, none of them were surges, and then that was the first surge one to come through. So I done that, which was kind of like the outskirts of Ormskirk, just about to cross into like Maghull/Liverpool. Dropped them off straight on the bypass, came back, and then another 1 or 2 little jobs popped up, less than £1 a mile, going like 9 miles to like the far side of Skelmersdale. I thought, I'm not doing that. And that was about it. I said to myself, I'll sit here for like another 10 minutes and see if anything like decent starts coming through. I think 1 or 2 other like little tiny jobs came up. And that was it. I just got bored. I thought, I can't even be bothered. So I just headed home. I feel a bit tired anyway, to be honest. So I finished on £106, which is dismal, considering considering I started at 3:30. Granted, I've been off for like 2.5 hours of that, so I've done 7 hours. So that works out at £15.14 an hour for a Friday night. It's just diabolical. Like, I know some of the weekdays have been crap, but then on some of the weekdays you can easily come out during the day in the dead hours and average like £15 an hour. So you think to yourself, what's the point come out and working until gone 1 o'clock in the morning on a Friday night when you can just potter about on a weekday? So yeah, all in all, a bit of a crap shift, to be honest. So yeah, let's see what tomorrow can bring. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.